dream slash vision that I need to share with you. This is mainly to the U.S., okay? So in the dream, I was in this place, and it's like we were waiting for something to happen, and all of a sudden this lady, she passed away. Like, she was passing away, like right in the next room. And all of a sudden I heard someone say, no, and everybody got up and they went and they saw that the lady had passed away, which she was of elderly descent. She passed away, and they started carrying her out of the room. Well, the next thing you know, I'm standing in this line, I'm surrounded by these people, and I'm looking at what looks like a restaurant window, and I see in the restaurant window a sign. It says needy and hungry. Okay. There's this man. He came up, and the server was already, serving food, right? And the man comes up and he starts taking the food that is served that someone else is supposed to get, that someone else is supposed to receive. And the portions of the food they had to pay for, okay? So this man comes up and he starts taking the food. The server looks at him and says, "Are you going to pay for that?" And then the man goes and he goes to grab another thing of food. The next thing you know, the server says, "I'm not just going to give it to you. You got to pay for it. You got to pay for that size." And then the man, he starts going for the deodorant, which is right next to the restaurant. There's a stand of, essentials right next to the restaurant. And he starts grabbing deodorant, and the man says, "You better not grab that deodorant." And the guy goes over and grabs the deodorant. And the next thing you know, there's a struggle that takes place. When the struggle takes place, the man reaches down and he grabs a pew-pew. And he starts shooting into the air. He grabs a pew-pew and he starts shooting into the air. The next thing you know, everybody around me, including myself, we go down on the ground. Our faces are to the ground. We are laying flat. And we have our hands over our heads. And I'm praying that this ends soon. As I was waking up, I went into prayer. Whenever I woke up, I went into prayer. And as I was in prayer, I saw fires. I saw people taking these bricks, and they were throwing bricks into what looked like buildings, okay? They were throwing bricks into what looked like buildings. There was something that happened that caused these people to become very, very violent. So they were starting fires. They were going and throwing bricks into buildings. They were attacking the people that were coming up, that were just walking up. They had nothing to do with it, but they were attacking those people. And the next thing that I saw, I saw this in a vision, y'all, as I was in prayer. The Lord was warning. I saw President Trump. He was standing up, and his security detail was all surrounding him. It's like he was giving some kind of speech or something. And the next thing you know, I saw someone put their hand on top of his head, and he went down. And he was scrunching like this, like he was protected, but he was scrunching like this, like he was in a fetal position. And I heard, "Pray for President Trump." Y'all, listen, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. We need to pray for President Trump and for his family and for everyone attached to him, everyone that is in the administration. J.D. Vance, we need to pray for all of them. We need to pray that God will protect them, because the enemy is trying to make a plan, and we need to come together and we need to pray against the plan that the enemy is trying to do. Listen, y'all, there's going to be unrest. There's going to be something that happens that triggers unrest all across the country. I saw Atlanta. I saw Los Angeles. I saw Nevada. Y'all already know Minnesota. But it was all the big cities across the U.S. I saw major unrest happening in those areas. I saw bricks being thrown into buildings. I saw people being attacked as they were just walking by what was going on. Lawlessness everywhere. Children of God, brothers and sisters, we need to pray. Time is of an urgency. There is an urgency in my spirit. We need to pray. Please, if you finished this video, if you watched all the way through, comment below. I will pray. I will pray for the nation. We've got to pray, y'all. As we start this Daniel fast this on Saturday for y'all in the U.S. and Sunday for me and my husband, as we start this Daniel fast, our prayer point is going to be prayer for the U.S. Pray, y'all. I love all of you. Remember, the word says lawlessness will abound. God bless you. Jesus is coming so very soon. The rapture is a lot closer than people think. Please pray for the nation of the U.S. I love y'all.